We already have another Evil Dead Burn trailer. Let's talk a little bit about it.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
I want to be a fighter, like you.
Oh, let it burn! Let it burn!
Did you miss me?
You have to shoot them in the head. They always come back.
The boat can leave now. Tell the crew.
But sometimes that is better.
Good luck.
Hey everybody, I'm Killjoy Jake. Today we have some really exciting horror news updates. Before we get into all of these though, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to the page for more horror update videos just like this one. Also, please consider supporting the page on Patreon if you want to see the reaction videos uncut and uncensored. The link for that will be in the description below. Now let's get into the news. Sophie Thatcher is a really exciting name in the space of horror right now. She was in everything from Maxine to Companion. Now we're hearing that she's going to lead Jennifer Kent's third feature called The Girl Who Was Plugged In. Deadline reports that director of The Babadook, Jennifer Kent, is returning for her third feature. It's just been announced that Sophie Thatcher will star in the film in dual lead roles. The film is based on the 1973 sci-fi novella of the same name and follows Thatcher, who plays disfigured young protagonist P. Burke, who is hired by a mega tech corporation to virtually operate a beautiful but brainless flesh body called Delphi, grown in a lab with the sole purpose of influencing the masses and selling products. As Delphi's star rises, P. Burke becomes enthralled by her and descends into a tech psychosis with disastrous consequences. Jennifer Kent said of the upcoming flick, "I have never felt a more urgent need to make a film as much as I have with The Girl Who Was Plugged In. Even though the original story was published over 50 years ago, its themes are now landing with a searing relevance as if it was just written." That could not be more true in a time where AI psychosis is slowly becoming more and more of a problem. I'm really excited to see this one and how that 1973 story can recontextualize here in the late 2020s, with AI becoming more and more of a threat. A Quiet Place Part 3 begins filming next week, and everyone here at Killjoy Jake, which literally is just me, is very excited for this film. The A Quiet Place franchise may be littered with plot holes, but goddamn, it's got some pretty good performances all the way around in all three of those movies so far. Part 3, which is technically the fourth movie, will likely be no different. John Krasinski told Collider that we start filming 1 week from today, and this is how nervous and stressed out I am. Krasinski also posted some pictures of scripts over on Instagram with names of some new cast members, those including Jack O'Connell from Sinners and 28 Years Later The Bone Temple, Katie O'Brien from Love Lies Bleeding and Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, as well as Jason Clarke from the Pet Sematary remake and Zero Dark 30. Now, don't forget, we'll also likely see Joseph Quinn from A Quiet Place Day 1, who was revealed to be headed towards that island on a ship that left New York at the end of the prequel film. If you forgot about A Quiet Place Day 1, it's a really good movie and deserves a little more attention. Also, director Michael Sarnowski is going to be directing the next Alien flick, which is super exciting as well. And speaking of Joseph Quinn, who was also in Fantastic Four First Steps, I want to segue into a news update about movies that has me really excited, but this isn't necessarily a horror movie, so bear with me on this one. I fucking love the Planet of the Apes movies. I think the new ones, like all four of the new ones, easily some of the best franchise continuations in the modern space of film. I'm dead serious, I don't care. Fight me. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is one of my favorite modern movies, just in general. It's so well done, and I loved Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes as well. Now, while Josh Friedman is returning to write the 5th modern Planet of the Apes film, which I think is actually the 12th movie in the entire franchise, holy balls, it's just been announced per Deadline that Matt Shankman, who directed Fantastic Four First Steps, will be directing whatever this new installment is of the Planet of the Apes. Galaxy of the Planet of the Apes, perhaps? The apes are done with Earth and they're moving on to Mars? I jest, of course, but Matt Shankman will be replacing Wes Ball, who directed Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, a severely underrated movie that I still think is very good. Sadly, the studio doesn't think so, as this is not going to be a continuation to that story, which we were kind of left on a major cliffhanger with that one, getting a big reveal that humans are still alive in this universe, and, you know, not the Echoes, not infected with that virus that basically turned them into animals. I am so damn excited for more Planet of the Apes. Bring this on, I will be there day one. I'm sorry if you don't care about this update, but I'm just so excited about this. Nia DaCosta, director of 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, has recently spoken up about the film's box office performance as well as the fate of the third entry that hopefully is still happening. In a new interview with Empire, Nia said, "It's so funny because literally every barometer we used in the industry to determine whether or not a movie is good and people like it and want to see it was through the roof, and yet our box office wasn't there. I made a great film and I'm really proud of it, and people liked it." Talking about some confusion revolving around the release of the sequel, Nia said, "People were like, oh yeah, I saw that last summer." I'm like, no, so there's a sequel. There was a lot of weird stuff with this sequel in terms of how it was marketed and how close it was to the release of the previous film. I think dropping it about like 6 or 7 months after the release of the first one was kind of a mistake. The reception to the first 28 Years Later was kind of middling, all over the place. Some people really didn't love that ending, especially, that teased a very silly film to come. Bone Temple didn't end up being that in terms of tone. I mean, honestly, I think it's a darker film than the first 28 Years Later somehow. Like, it's really fucking weird, but it works. Now it's been radio silence as to if Sony is going to push out this third movie or not, because that one didn't perform so well at the box office. Cillian Murphy, who was set to reprise his character of Jim in the trilogy finisher, even put out a troubling statement saying that he hopes it happens. Sony might have greenlit the third installment at the end of last year, but now it's crickets from them, so what the hell's going on? We've also heard rumor from insiders that the third installment is canceled or just being shelved for now. I really hope this third entry gets made. We were left on a huge cliffhanger with Bone Temple, and frankly, if that doesn't get resolved, it's an atrocity. We have all kinds of updates revolving around Scarlett Johansson today, as she's about to star in the next Ari Aster flick. Reteaming with A24, Ari Aster's 5th feature is titled Scapegoat. No details have been released yet on the flick, which is pretty typical for an Ari Aster project, and we also know that his creative partner, Lars Knudsen, will produce the flick. Scarlett Johansson is in like everything lately. She's going to be starring in Mike Flanagan's The Exorcist, which drops in March of next year. Really excited for that one. She's about to shoot The Batman Part 2 this summer, and although she's not confirmed to be in this film yet, she will likely be in the Jurassic World Rebirth sequel that just got announced today as well. That last one was a little bit weird too, because we heard some early reports that Universal was done making Jurassic just movies in general for a little while, but now it's been confirmed we're doing a Rebirth sequel, baby. I liked Rebirth. Was it great? No. Was it good? I think so. Me personally, I'm excited to get more of Rebirth rather than Chris Pratt holding out his hand like this for an entire movie again. Just one time I wanted one of the raptors to just bite off his whole hand. Anyways, I'm super excited for some more Ari Aster. I love all 4 of his weird ass movies, especially Eddington. Can I just say that? That movie did not get enough love. I'm excited to find out some more details on this one, hopefully soon. I haven't really talked that much about Passenger on this page, but I am really excited for it. Coming from director Andre Overdahl, this movie really caught everybody's attention earlier on this year with that really super cryptic teaser that was basically just a mini short film with an excellent jump scare. Buzzing for Horror and Dread Central recently discovered that a lot of the film was shot in Washington State, very close to where the Green River Strangler left his first 5 victims' bodies. Well, that's creepy as hell. It's also pretty freaky that the cast has reportedly said that they experienced some strange happenings while shooting out there. Passenger follows a couple on van life who witness a horrific accident. Afterwards, they're pursued by a demonic force that won't let them escape. The movie comes out in a couple of weeks here on May 22nd, and I cannot wait to see this one. Some new clips have just arrived from the upcoming Obsession flick, and I don't think they're too spoilery. One showcases Bear and Nikki's date night gone wrong.
Don't do that! I thought we were having a nice day!
We are.
As well as another scene where Nikki with a messed up face calls herself Freaky Nikki.
I'm your Freaky Nikki.
It's really interesting to me that they released both of these clips in particular, because both of them have more to them than what meets the eye. Again, if you haven't seen the whole film, you might not know. There's not direct spoilers in these clips, but there's things when you actually go and watch the movie, you'll realize, oh wow, that's crazy. Oh, that's a nutty moment right there. I am so excited for everyone to see this movie. It is so damn good. On top of that, you can currently text Nikki right now if you want her texting you. It might not be the best idea though, because I texted her hi and she has not stopped messaging me since. Here's a taste of one of the voice memos she sent me at 4:34 this morning.
You look so cute when you're sleeping.
Yeah, I don't like that. Oh, and she texted me this at noon. Hang on.
Good morning. Did you sleep okay? You're always the first thing on my mind whenever I wake up. Am I on yours?
I don't like that. Text Nikki if you dare with the number that is currently on your screen. Now, we covered the Red Band Evil Dead trailer in yesterday's Big Ol' Nasty video, so make sure to go check that out, but today we have like a whole new minute of footage from Evil Dead Burn from the Green Band trailer specifically. This one mostly covers Alice's in-laws' family dynamics, and my god, is that dad a fucking dick. Will's father is clearly upset over his passing, but he is seemingly taking it out not only on his family members, but mostly Will's widow.
Where's the wedding ring?
I'm not sure.
Did you sell it?
No, of course not.
It'd be a good price.
Now, towards the end of our new footage, though, the guy starts foaming at the mouth and I think is very clearly a Kandarian demon because he's talking about Will being in hell.
From above. He's down below. No God.
And usually a grieving father wouldn't really make that accusation unless he's like a fucking sociopath or something. Something else we can see in the Green Band trailer specifically is how Will actually died. This seems to be our connection to Evil Dead Rise. Will was driving in his car late at night when Jessica from Evil Dead Rise is suddenly standing in the street. On top of this being a connection to Rise, this is also super similar to that one scene in Evil Dead 2013. My big takeaway here is that I think this is going to be how Will somehow comes back from the dead as a Deadite. Now, obviously, there's a lot of connections to Evil Dead Rise, but getting into that Evil Dead 2013 connection, people in my comment section have pointed out that specifically the Book of the Dead used in the 2013 Fede Alvarez film is seen in the trailer for Evil Dead Burn. You'll notice this incantation here that gets a close-up shot in the trailer is specifically the one from Evil Dead 2013, not from Evil Dead Rise. I'm not gonna say any of those words out loud because I don't need that shit today. So this kind of brings an interesting question to the table with Evil Dead Burn. Are we dealing with two different Necronomicons at the same time? And is this like different flavors of Deadites? Don't forget, in Army of Darkness, it was revealed that there are 3 books of the dead. Could Evil Dead Burn like explore that minutia by having 2 different books of the dead in the same place at the same time? We've also heard the Deadites talk about how they found this family, so I think they have some sort of rooted history within the Book of the Dead's legacy. This doesn't seem to just be a random occurrence of someone reading from the Book of the Dead and then magically everyone starts turning into Deadites. No, it seems like this is a targeted attack this time. I think Jessica from Evil Dead Rise specifically went after Will, who was driving around late at night. What is this family's connection to the Necronomicon? Are they descendants of the people that like wrote it, for instance? Maybe that's why we're specifically in Ruby's house from Ash vs. the Evil Dead. Could this be Ruby's extended family or something along those lines? Evil Dead Burn is definitely shaping up to be something more than just a one-shot story like the previous 2 entries. We're doing something that kind of connects a lot of the other films together. While I loved the one-shot nature of both Evil Dead 2013 and Evil Dead Rise, I don't mind doing a little something different because that is something different for this franchise. In my opinion, I think that's why the Evil Dead series continues to thrive. They're always throwing out something different opposed to just doing the same thing, getting comfortable. Is there a couple of shots and sequences in this trailer that are showcasing a lot of similarities to Evil Dead 2013? Yeah, absolutely. But in terms of story and approach, they're clearly taking on something much more grandiose than Evil Dead 2013, which was all about a limited number of characters in a contained setting. That was a much smaller film and story. This seems to be something way bigger. I cannot wait for Evil Dead Burn releasing on July 10th. This movie can't come soon enough. Lots of exciting updates today, ladies and gentlemen. Which one had you the most excited? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.